March 4th, 2013. Get your shit together. Get the fucking rifle, the bazooka. It's over. February is gone. January is gone. You want to turn the fucking music off, Lee? I'm over here.
Every time I turn the music off, you say, kick it again. I turn it up. We have a system. It's fucking 61 now, and now you're going to break the system? What am I supposed to do with you?
Don't make me stick your fucking finger in that blender, cocksucker. You'll be like one of those Japanese yakuzas with no finger drinking fucking juice for no reason. How you guys doing? It's a beautiful fucking day to be alive. I know it's Monday night, but what are you going to do? At least we're here. I got to travel this week, so I couldn't do the Monday and Wednesday morning format. And then fucking Lee called me. They changed his hours. He's on the fucking 7 to 7. He's on the chain gang.
Ugh.
So he's all right, Lee, but he's still juicing. How you feeling, cocksucker?
I feel great. I feel awesome.
I like this Monday night podcast. This I like. It feels good. You know what? By the time it hits iTunes, it'll be Wednesday. And I'll get you fucking Wednesday jazzed up. You'll leave the house like a motherfucking doctor. Because that's what it's all about. You know what I did today, Lee?
What?
Dick Ugats. That's what I fucking did today. Ugats. I took care of the kid. I had some family come into town. So I spent some time with them. I went to get some lunch with them. I hung out with the wife, the kid. You know, I'm leaving for fucking 10 days, so I wanted to do the right thing and hang out with them. And, you know, it was great. It really was. This girl who came to visit, who was going to stay with my wife and her mother and the whole thing, I grew up with her brother. We were solid. We went to fucking offense, defense, football camp.
Okay.
And I told you, going into junior year, he died. And
Ooh.
I lost contact with the family. They were fucking heartbroken. He died drowning.
That was like your best friend, right?
Yeah, from THC Crystal, which was a.k.a. Gorilla Biscuits, a.k.a. Pink Floyd Dust, a.k.a. Angel fucking Dust, all right? So they contacted me. I probably got in contact with her 2006. She contacted me when I was on Tom Likas, and we've been tight ever since, and the mothers come on. They've come to my shows, and so they came over to the house today, and before they came over, I kind of felt weird because I'm 8 years older than Vita. And, you know, when I was 12, she was whatever the fuck, 4 on my block running around. And here she is, a woman. And the mother, you know, I know them from the funeral, the whole fucking deal. And now they're coming over to my house, and they're seeing the baby for the first time. And it was just, it fucked with me for a little while. But, you know,
why did it make you feel weird? Wouldn't it make you feel happy?
They've been there since, they know my mother, you know.
Okay.
We were even eating lunch, and they were talking about how religious my mother was to an extent, and the saints she had and all that shit. So it's just creepy for a minute that these people knew the whole thing, and now they see me, and it just always creeps me out. I don't want people to see the finished result, but they were happy. They got to talk to my wife, and that's all that fucking matters.
Are they out here, or are they still in
She used to live out here. Vita used to live out here and go to school. I was going to have her call the podcast tonight, but it was too much. Mm. It's too much. You know, her brother died, and till this day, she misses him. I mean, 30 fucking years later, he died in 79.
Wow.
But he died from just weird shit. You know, they blamed it on THC, and whatever the fuck happened, he's not with us anymore. You know, the older brother doesn't talk to me. I wasn't even there. I wasn't even at the place where he drowned that day. It wasn't me. It wasn't about me at all. But they were over the house, and to see those people just wakes a lot of feelings that you have as a child. Like I said, she's 8 years younger than me. I remember her following us to the woods to light fucking trees on fire and to break up the loot. We robbed a van one time, and she fucking not robbed the van and drove it, but took the shit out of the van and took it up in the woods and hid it. And she followed us. I'll never forget that. I've always asked her about it. Remember when you followed us up the woods? So it was just weird to see somebody. And I have a picture of him. You've seen it 1,000 times when you come over to do the podcast.
Yeah.
I had his 8th grade picture. I still have it. And I look at it every morning. And I think about, he's not here. But what would he do? You know, if I wasn't here, would he look at this picture and get strength from it? So it's weird. It's just a weird thing for me that I kept in touch with the family all these years. Him and I played football together. We got high together. He got a little crazy. Right before my mother died, and for that year after that. He died in 79 also. He died in 80.
Okay.
But he died 10 months after my mom.
Oh.
So it was a double whammy for a fucking guy like me. But you know what? We move on. And it was funny because I was telling her I'm thinking of baptizing a baby in Jersey at Our Lady of Fatima, a church in North Bergen. And she looked at me and she goes, that's where they had Dominic's last church, you know, his funeral. So it's all in the fucking family. We do what the fuck we do. It's Monday, Lee. Where's the song on Monday? Little Tony Bennett, get everybody going. Fuck it, this is it, Lee. Where's the piano? Kind of thing.
Yeah, wait till you stop talking.
I brought 2 bats of life, at least. Right, yeah, look at these, 2 of these motherfuckers.
And for people who don't realize it, we smoked before this, so it's not like I'm fucking waiting.
Stop, Lee. I wanna be around. Oh shit, Lee. Sing it, Lee.
To pick up the pieces.
Oh my God, here we go. When somebody breaks your heart. Come on, guys, let's do this right. If we're gonna fucking do it, let's do this fucking right. Monday night, March 4th. You got food, you got reefer. Your chick's there with her fucking flip-flops on. You're thinking about eating that fucking monkey. It's Monday night, whatever time it is. Maybe they're asleep. You're thinking of going in there and tackling that fucking ass from behind. Women like when you go in there and put that fucking nose in that muffler, Lee. Sniff that motherfucker out and pop that helmet in there. Pop goes the weasel, because the weasel goes pop. It's fucking Monday night, you said. We just break out the reefer. We're sitting here. We got a couple people calling in. We got some people coming by. We got my girl in the living room. She might boogie for us tonight. We got to talk her into it, Lee. She wants to dance.
She would do it.
She's a good girl. I like her. She's funny fucking girl. Lee got a roommate. And he ain't fucking tackling her or nothing. Lee's a good dude. Lee's got some, you meet some people that got no fucking morals. Lee, you got morals. For a Jew, buddy. You got morals. For a Jew, some Jews got no fucking morals. They'll sell you a sneaker that's been used and tell you it's brand fucking new. I used to go down to that street, the Delancey Street, when I was a kid. Those Jews were fucking treacherous, dog.
That's a good word, treacherous.
Treacherous fucking Jews down there. If you got there first, though, they had to do business with you because it was bad luck if they didn't sell you something. So that was the whole goal. You had to get to Delancey Street like at 3 a.m. to beat the other Jews.
Oh, yeah, you said the first customer of the day.
The first customer of the day. You got to sell it. It was bad fucking luck. Joshua don't show up that day. What's his name? Jeremiah?
Elijah.
Elijah don't show up that day with a fucking checkbook and a bag of M&M's. You know what I'm talking about?
Oh, fuck
this weed is like a fucking trick candle at a birthday party. I keep lighting it. It keeps turning on. I'm to light the new. I'm not to go right to the resources and spark the bat of life up, Lee. What do you think?
Oh, shit. I like it.
Oh, shit. How was work today, Lee? You worked a 12-hour shift.
Yeah, I'm fucking...
Tell these people what you do. What'd you do today at work?
I'm an assistant editor.
An assistant to the assistant, or you're an assistant?
No, just...
A lot of people fucking lie, and they should tell me, listen, I'm the assistant to the assistant to the assistant editor.
It's not like
you're
that.
You're just one editor.
No, it's tech support, basically. So I get stuff ready for the editors, because there's fucking hours and hours of footage. So yeah, it's just we're in the middle of the show I'm on film two seasons at once, and they're running 24 hours a day, 7 days a week, and yeah, I mean it's a little bit, I don't want to say boring, but it gets tedious after a while because you want to be doing the real thing, but it's a good way to learn. And
you're working, Lee. I mean, fucking people ain't working in this country, standing there with a cup and and some lipstick on. Fuck it, you know what I'm saying? A cup and some lipstick on. That means they're out there banging it out.
Yeah, the one, and you understand it on a larger scale than me, but it's kind of freaky. Like I'll never have a full-time job all the time. Like this job ends in like a month or two, and I have to find a new one, and it's kind of scary. But it's just
you're living on the fucking edge like Bon Jovi in '87. Who the fuck are you kidding? That's how what do you want, a job that you know where you're going every fucking day? You're living like a secret agent. You're there till May, and then in May you fucking decide something else, and you get another mission, correct?
Yeah.
All right, then. Then what the fuck? You got your green shirt on, you got your goggles, your fucking earphones.
What can I say?
Who are you kidding? You get another mission. At least, can you imagine this is at the fucking same place? I know people have the same job every day, but that was one of my motivators. I remember, like, early on, I was like, you know what? I don't like a computer job, not even computers, there's no fucking computers. I like a desk job and writing numbers and taking bets over the phone. I liked it, but I really like being outside. I always liked the sun. I like moving outside. So a little construction, so you got to find a job that gives you both. Maybe you mow the lawn and you fucking file some taxes or something. You've never broken a sweat in a job. You would die if they gave you a shovel.
I worked at restaurants and movie theaters and stores and shit.
Restaurants?
Yeah.
What'd you do in the restaurant? Eat the fucking food in the back, cocksucker? Fuck you. You were in the back eating all the fucking leftovers. When they tell you a doggy bag, they'll leave 2 ribs. You can put back 1. Don't be fucking.
No, I was a server at Legal Seafoods for
when was
3 years. Back in.
You were like me. I was a dishwasher, right? It was one steak for them, one steak for me.
Dishwashers?
I was a dishwasher at the time. What's his name? The guy that died. I've said it 1,000 times. The guy from Colorado. Rocky Mountain High.
Oh.
Bob Denver.
Oh,
It's
okay.
called the Tower Restaurant. And they all sold coke. All the chefs were coke dealers. So the one guy, he used to tell me, prime rib night. He goes, we need a dishwasher. You just come up, you pick up $1.50, and you eat. And I used to lift weights and shit. So he goes, you eat fucking prime rib all night like a doctor.
Yeah.
So I'd go up there. Well, then they wanted to teach me how to prep. I don't like knives. I'd cut my finger and faint. So I went straight away from fucking knives and making soups and shit. I wasn't good at that stuff.
Yeah.
I like to smoke a nut and just fucking wash dishes.
But it gets so hot back there. I like being a server. I like talking to people, so I was good at it.
Oh, I love fucking restaurants. You eat. I wish I could work in a restaurant. Who would hire guys like me? They know intake's gonna go down.
No.
They know French fries are gonna go missing and fried shrimp and.
Well, not like that stuff they hide, but like rolls and like the small stuff you can. I used to get like free clam chowder. Oh, their clam chowder is so fucking.
Where was this
good.
at? Legal
Seafoods.
Where,
Yeah,
in Boston.
Yeah, I worked at one in Boston and I worked at one in Framingham.
How many cups a day did you eat that clam chowder?
It's not every day
You were
because it's too
fucking
heavy.
juicing with that. Who you fucking?
You
kidding?
know what was the best
I
though?
guarantee you got clams in your asshole still coming out from Legal Seafood. You fucking that juice.
The best thing I got for free was the rolls because they fresh bake the rolls like every 10 minutes. And the chef taught me you take your thumbs and you cut a hole in it and you stick a pat of butter in it.
Oh,
and you
that's
close
how
it.
I do it.
Oh,
And it melts. It steams the fucking thing by itself.
that was the best.
It's like an English muffin. You put that butter in and close that motherfucker. You burn it. Ooh.
Yeah.
Crispy. Ooh. Oochas moochas. That's good eating right there.
Oh, yeah, it's
fucking
awesome.
Lee used to work at a restaurant. You'd be back there fucking eating jums and fucking.
Jums.
I used to work Tuesday nights, so they gave me like Monday and Tuesday. Tuesday was prime rib night, so I ate all the mistakes. I would eat the horseradish, the odors that come out of your ass when you eat horseradish. It's a different level of fun.
Oh, yeah.
And if you add like horseradish and then you add that shit they give you at Benihana, that sauce that you dip the shrimp in, that's a different level of farting too.
Oh, I love that stuff.
Oh, I love it. It's like going to eat at that garlic restaurant in L.A. Have you been to any of those
No,
with your
what's
dad?
that?
They have garlic restaurants. I forget the name
It's
of
just
the one in
it's
LA.
just garlic?
That's it. You go in there and the first thing they give you is garlic bread and a ball of garlic, and you squeeze each garlic out onto the garlic bread and eat it.
Oh,
and then
my
from
God.
There they have garlic appetizers and garlic meat and garlic pudding and garlic soda. And you can't make plans when you fucking leave there.
No.
Because one time I had a showcase for like an agency and I had a party there and I went over to and I couldn't even talk to the people. I was reeking. And if one of those garlic droplets hit you on the fucking shirt,
You're done.
they reek. You smell like a fucking one of those people that smells like onions. I don't want to give I don't want to give no nationality groups out there. You know what I'm saying? I'm trying to change your fucking Lent. So. What was the other one? It's delicious. The meat, everything. But the first fart, when you go to a garlic restaurant, the first ball, like when you go to the bathroom, it's like the garlic coagulates your shit. So when you first go to the bathroom, your asshole stretches from this big ball of garlic. Oh my God, it smells horrific. Fucking horrific. But you live and you learn. You know what I'm saying? Who the fuck am I to tell a lie? Gotta push the push. Hope the cracker gets crushed. What the fuck? A little Public Enemy on this motherfucker.
Oh, shit.
On a Monday night. Yeah, you never been to the garden? I forget the fucking name of it, all right. But the other day I went to Aroma, the place on Sunset.
That's
the Israeli restaurant.
Yeah, that's a
the
cool
Jewish,
place.
Where they sell the machine guns in the back. They don't give a fuck about anybody. They sell machine guns, grenades, rocket launchers, MPCs, MPGs. They have a garlic beef that is better than Fogo de Chow's.
Really?
Oh, like the Fogo de Chow's comes with that
the
garlic,
stick.
whatever. No, not the stick. I forget what the name of that. Whatever. Anyway, but they have a garlic beef Fogo de Chow's. It's delicious. This place makes it a little thinner. Off the fucking chain.
I didn't know they had real
I
food.
couldn't talk to nobody for 2 fucking days.
Because in Israel, it's just like a coffee stand. It's like even they have like little mini ones, and they have actual like stores. But
Aromas?
Yeah. But it's I didn't know they had like actual food.
They have desserts off the chain. You know, second time I went there, when Eddie Bravo, probably 3 or 4 years ago. You know, that place used to be a Denny's filled with crack hoes. 15 years ago, if you went in there at night at 2 a.m, you fucking leave.
That's about every Denny's.
Filled. It was like that show on Deadwood. What is that show on AMC with the fucking zombies?
Oh yeah.
That's what it was.
Walking Dead. Yeah.
It was Walking Crack Dead.
Jesus.
It was gross in there. One night I sat there. at a booth, not at a booth, at a chair that spins around.
Okay.
For myself.
On the counter, yeah.
And there was a guy fingering a fucking fat crack hoe. A white one to boot. I don't mind like a black crack hoe. This was a fucking white one. Which is like, and she was fat and she had bruises on her leg. Like somebody was kicking her to drop the cookies. Right? Like, drop those cookies, you fat fuck. This was a fat white crack hoe with like green teeth. And she was with another white dude that was nasty, and he was fingering her. And it wasn't like he was fingering, it was like he had like 3 hands. He was like karate chopping. The Taekwondo people have that move, like a Kwanso, where it goes in this way, your hand is pointing vertical instead of horizontal.
Yeah.
And it was like he was just like putting her, and she was eating. Oh. So he's fingering, like putting his whole fucking hand in her fucking fat crack hoe snatch. And she's eating whatever, and I couldn't believe it.
So she said, buy me some food and I'll let you finger me it.
I don't know what the fucking deal was. I don't know if they were together. I don't know if they were smoking crack. I know she was a fucking crack hoe when I see one, right? She was chubbed up, and she wasn't like, you see a white crack hoe, they're usually all skinny and missing a tooth. She had some milk to her, but I could tell she was a crack hoe. I mean, you could see it in her face. You could see it on her. She was cracked up.
Jesus.
I smoked crack.
Really?
Yep.
How did it make you feel?
I smoked crack for about fucking 6 months.
6 months?
Yeah, in 99, 98.
So you were here?
No, it had to be 2000. The end of 2000, the end of 2001.
Jesus.
Because me and Terry used to live on Schrader.
Yeah.
But that street in between Sunset and Hollywood Boulevard, I forget the name of it, that's how long ago I lived
Sierra
there.
Bonita?
No. It's a side street there. They used to sell crack there. Wait, you know where Highland is?
Yeah.
Where the Batman and all those fucking people stay?
Yeah.
There's a side street to Jimmy Kimmel.
Oh, okay.
Right there on that corner, there's a building there.
Yeah.
They used to sell fucking crack there.
Jesus.
Every fucking night. There'd be dudes there. There'd be dudes on Highland. There used to be a Kenny Rogers, that place that's there now, used to be a Kenny Rogers chicken fucking joint.
Wow.
And all that street, that Yucca.
Okay.
Yucca, they used to all sell fucking crack there. Not Yucca, that's Yucca Market. What am I talking about? But anyway, one night I was coming home. I was naive to it. When I left New York in '84, crack was big. But I was snorting it still.
Yeah.
I pulled up to the guy and I go, "What do you got?" And he didn't say nothing. He just put a rock in my hand. I gave him $10. I took it home. I tried to snort it. It didn't fucking work. And I realized it was crack, so I started smoking it in a can. And I liked it. For the $10, I kind of fucking liked it. And I'd go over there every fucking night and buy crack, and Terry would be in the room sleeping, and I'd be smoking crack. She'd go, "What the fuck is that smell?" And I go, "It's the weed." But she fucking knew. She knew. I just wasn't using spoons and nothing like that to make it.
Oh, okay.
I was bringing it home and smoking out of a can or some shit.
Do you ever do meth?
Did I ever do meth? I've done speed. I did speed when I was like 16 a couple times, like the snorting stuff.
Well, meth is like it's like crystal. It looks like
It's like a cocaine. Then I did ups, which are like a Black Beauty. That's old shit. That's 30 years ago. And then I bought speed one time, crank, whatever they call it, in Boise, Idaho. I was working the Funny Bone up there, and one of the waitresses turned me on to some. And then I went to West Virginia one time. I did comedy, and some guy took me into the hills. And once you're there and he had no coke, I said, "Fuck it, I might as well do the crank." And then one time I was with Felipe, up in one of those fucked up towns. We talked about it on Beauty and the Beast. One of those Visalias, one of those towns up north like that.
Okay.
I should have Fresno. It was Fresno. And we did the show, and I got off, and some guy put a package in my hand. I went back to the hotel room, and it was speed. I thought it was coke. At that point, I didn't give a fuck, and I did it. I must have smoked from 12 to 6 in the morning. Jesus. It's 20 cigarettes in a pack.
Yeah.
I must have smoked 100 fucking cigarettes that night.
Jesus.
Just hitting that fucking... And all you gotta do is one line of that shit. It's not like you do 55 fucking lines all night. You do one line, watch TV, your dick disappears. It goes into your nutsack. There's no whacking off. It's just this... And then you're tired. And you actually fall asleep for 10 seconds. All of a sudden you get up and your heart's pumping. Ba-boom, 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 ba-boom.
Fuck.
Then you think you're tired. And all of a sudden it's 3 days fucking later.
Oh, no, this doesn't sound fun.
You know what? It isn't fucking fun. That's why it's called... What do they call it? What's the definition of insanity?
Doing the same thing over and over again.
With the same fucking results. Yeah. It's funny. I was telling you guys, and it turned into like a weird joke that I'm working on, but it's very true how cocaine, lifted you up. And I always... One night I was stoned so fucking high about a year ago, And I wrote this semi-thing about the evolution of cocaine and how I saw it.
Yeah.
You know, in the early 80s, and how it affected me. How it went from having a good time, you know, to going out and having a few beers.
Yeah.
To isolating yourself. Like 18 months later, from doing it twice a week now, like Fridays and Saturdays till 3 or 4 and going to eat and then going home to sleep. Now it becomes something else. Now you're doing it and you're doing it 3 times a week. But now you're doing something you haven't done before. You're bringing home something.
Oh, okay.
You're bringing home a little bit. Usually me and you would split $100, go to a bar, do some lines, drink, play some pool, throw some darts, and at 4 in the morning we'd do a line apiece and we go the fuck home. That's it. Now I'm actually buying an extra 20 to take home with me.
Oh, okay.
So now I'm staying up till 6. I gotta be at work at 8.
Fuck.
So now I start doing that once a week. Now I get a girlfriend who does it, and she sucks great dick, and she lets me fucking put karate chop the crack hoe at Denny's, and I got her. So now I gotta do that Tuesdays and Thursdays, and Fridays and Saturdays. Now you start hanging out with people that do it. So it's 2 couples. We'll come back here. We do it. You go to your bedroom. I go in the other one. We fuck. And Sunday. Then you go through that. Then you go to a different level where now it's not a gram that you need. It's an 8 ball. And now you're starting to get creepy. Like you're starting to hide it from your girlfriend. This is the girl you've been with for fucking 8 years. You're hiding it from your girlfriend. You're looking out windows. You know, you start getting paranoid. I never got paranoid until 8, 9 years into the game. That was a complete different thing.
Jesus Christ.
You can't leave this fucking room. You can't leave this room, like.
Or what would happen?
I would die if you opened that fucking door. Like, you know how I get. I would die if you opened that door. You do 2 lines and start looking at that door handle that nobody would twist it. You know how sick that is?
That's crazy.
And that went on for 10 years.
Yeah.
And then I got in prison. I got locked up in 88. And I came out and I stayed clean. I remember doing it the first time after prison. I did it like 2 days before I got married. And the halfway house cut me loose. They said, "Do you have somewhere to go?" And I said, "Yes." I lied. I said I could go up to the property, my in-laws' property, but instead I went. They had a trailer on the property, and I bought this Coke. Lee, it was so fucking strong. And I bought a 6-pack of Coors cans, and I went to that trailer, and I started fucking popping those lines. And next thing you know, it was 4 hours later. I had a big bag left to blow, and I was looking out the window, and I could see snow guys.
Yeah.
With ropes, like jumping off trees to come get me with machine guns, dressed in white, with those snow army suits on, but the white
like in James Bond, yeah.
Yeah, like fucking, what's his head name? And what's that movie with Marky Wahlberg? Shooter.
I
didn't
went
to
that.
the snow and all that. That's
okay.
It was the craziest thing. That it got to the point where I was hallucinating on a drug that you're not supposed to fucking hallucinate on.
Yeah.
How the fuck are you saying? And now you said all that stuff in Colorado I talk about, fucking throwing away 4 ounces. And the fact that kid and me went back and forth for a while, but he's a fucking flake, Carl.
Now, you've done other stuff, but why do you think it's like you would do like something for 6 months or you do something for a little bit, but you the only thing you really stuck with was Coke and like weed, but that doesn't really count. Like what was it about Coke? Like you didn't, like you would think you would have gone and done.
I liked where it took me. It took me to.
But like
it took me somewhere completely different in my personality. I would, my desire to be stricken. I would love to leave here, Lee, and go, Lee, let's go get a beer.
Yeah.
I would love to be able to go to a bar like a normal human being, sit there for an hour at the thing and have a beer and have maybe a shot. I can't do that. It's the last thing in my thing. So when I do Coke, it makes me sociable at that level.
Yeah.
It would make me sit there because I got to drink. Now, I hate drinking. You've been around me for 2 years. How many drinks you seen me have? The other night was the first one.
You have like, every time you go on, you have like a fruity drink.
Yeah, like an amaretto and milk I had the other night. I don't drink, but if I'm doing blow, I'll fuck your world up drinking. Like, I like these guys that say I could... I remember doing 2 lines of Coke one night and doing 6 shots of Jägermeister at the El Compadre. And people did like 3 of them. That's when I knew I had a problem. That's when I knew I had an alcohol problem and a Coke problem. I didn't have an alcohol problem. What I did have was a high resistance to alcohol. You got to remember, my mother had a bar.
Yeah.
So when I was 5, I already got drunk on fucking wine. I already knew the deal. I didn't like alcohol. To this day, I don't fucking like alcohol. I like the social aspect of alcohol.
Yeah.
The same social aspect I liked about cocaine. If you think I want 6 people over my house at 2 in the morning talking about how they played football in high school, you're fucking crazy. But with cocaine, you allow that. You're part of that conversation. The next morning, you think about what you spoke about, and you're like, am I a fucking jerk off? Or what the hell is wrong with me, you know? Today, somebody wrote me an email about how to get off the cocaine, and I can't tell you the answer. I just outdid my welcome. And that's what people will never understand in this country. They want to go to a rehab and make that welcome, cut that welcome, and you'll never cut it. You welcome, you get rid of your cocaine habit when you're ready to get rid of your cocaine habit. And some people aren't. It took Ray Charles, 68, 63 to get off his heroin habit? Mm-hmm. When I saw that, I was ashamed. I was like, I could not do coke till I'm 63. So I need a break from it. And like I've said it on the podcast a couple of weeks ago, the thing I like about my life now, it's not the fucking podcast. I love doing the podcast. It's not the comedy. It's that I can account for my life now. For all those years when I was on blow, can you imagine for 30 years you can't account for yourself?
Yeah, that's crazy.
Like I can't say to you, Lee, tomorrow at 1, we're going to get together because I don't know what mood I'm going to wake up tomorrow. I know I have $40, enough for a gram, but I don't know who I could put together at 2 in the morning. At 2 in the morning, I could bump up an 8 ball and I'm up till 2 in the afternoon. So why make fucking plans?
Wow.
You know? And thank God I got off it. But I got off it. The main thing that killed me was I looked at my wife and I said to myself, okay, let's be honest. If this chick was a New Jersey chick and that she had done blow for 30 years, I could understand. But she's never even fucking seen it. You know, it's not even in her world. When we watch Discovery Channel and they show those cocaine shows, Drugs Inc.,
yeah,
she asked me 1,000 fucking questions. And it really surprises me, but that's not people's world. The same way fucking photography is not my world. I know nothing about it. I know nothing about editing.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? There's some things that you know about, and there's some things you're...
it's foreign to you.
Not even foreign. You know about, but not really. She had no idea about blow and how it works, and she just knew my bank account was light. She just knew that she'd wake up in the morning, some morning she'd go, why is there $60 missing from my account? And I'd say, I needed money for a t-shirt last night. And she fucking knew. You don't think she fucking knew? Where's the music, Lee?
Let's hear it is.
What do you got for Uncle Joey?
You want to do,
Little must be the music for Uncle Joey. It can make you wiggle. I know you worked all day. You haven't burnt no fucking calories.
I've burned calories.
How many calories did you burn?
8 million. Mind your business.
It's 10 o'clock. We're waiting for people to call. J.R. Gomez is here. Everybody's here tonight. I love it. Much respect and much love. Thank you for adjusting to the schedule. The Church of What's Happening Now getting better and fucking better. A shout out to fucking our sponsors. I love you, motherfucker. On it. Products are getting better. I'm waiting to come back from New Orleans, and I'm going to do that testosterone booster, and I'm going to keep you posted. We're going to do it fucking together. We're going to fucking grow, get muscles. Lee'll be 90 pounds lighter by the time I get from New Orleans.
Oh, shit.
Lee, you going to smoke some joints?
I've smoked joints already. Well, J.R. Steiner just tweeted this awesome picture of something.
Oh, what a pussy.
It's my logo, but it's like fucking on metal or something. Whoa, I don't know what the fuck that is.
Don't worry about the logo. Right?
I like having a logo. Give me a break.
You want a fucking logo? Get over here and smoke some reefer. That's the logo. Right? Fucking logo like you're 4 years old.
You don't have a logo when you're 4 years old.
Huh?
You don't have a logo when you're 4.
What are you bothering me for with the questions, all right? Church of What's Happening Now, Monday night, we're all together. Go get a snack, get some yogurt with some granola, do a dolce, do a fucking fruit box, do a juice, do something. You're up late tonight. I love you motherfuckers. Shout out to the Midwest, Jersey, fucking the South, New Orleans, Brown Paper Ticket, Lot, New It Theater. I will be there Friday night. Again, Brown Paper Tickets. And Sunday night, March 10th, 8 o'clock, Brown Paper Tickets. Don't fucking, those tickets are going to go. Don't come crying to me, Uncle Joe. We didn't know. We bought fucking crawdads. I don't give a fuck if you got crab in your ass. What's up, dog?
Oh, not much, man.
Where'd you go?
What do you mean?
You took a hit and you disappeared. What am I dealing with here?
I can't be away. I'm the backbone of the operation.
I know, but come over here. Over here. There's fucking Puerto Ricans right now jumping up and down testing on the products. And you're over here, you know.
Are you gonna work out when you're in New Orleans?
Fuck yes. I'm bringing my Alpha Brain. I'm bringing my Shroom Tech. I'm bringing the hemp. I got a little blender. I'm gonna get ready. I got to stay a little chubby for this role. I'm supposed to be a fat fucking trainer. That's what makes the thing funny. He's a boxing trainer, but he's a fat fuck. What kind of boxing trainer am I? Boxing, whatever the fuck. It's a beautiful night to be alive. I love you, motherfuckers. Look at this room again. It looks like I love it when we get stoned and smoke in here. This ain't no Michael Jackson. Where's my glasses on? What the fuck, Lee? You got to tell me I'm sitting here like some school teacher. Like
you're an intellectual.
Science. Yeah, get the fuck out of here. Because I got fucking glasses on. I hate those phony motherfuckers. Everybody's doing it now. It kills me, Lee.
Could you do contact? I could never stick my finger in my eye.
You know what? I'll tell you what I'll do. I'll stick my finger in your fucking eye. How's that? See how that works for you? I still got it, Lee. Even at 10:58, whatever time it is.
It's 9:30.
Who gives a fuck? You know, smoking will leave me here like an orphan.
I'm done. That's enough.
Take one more.
I gotta go to bed. It's
one more fucking number for Uncle Joey. There's kids starving out there. There's Americans fucking on the front line shooting fucking people right now. So you can breathe and smoke reefer. You're sitting with an Israeli flag behind you. There's a couple of Jews throwing rocks right now with sandals on, jumping up and down, so you can do this podcast, and you're sitting there disrespecting. This is what I got to deal with, people. And I'm going to see a big hit. One more from the lung. Come on, cocksucker. Let me see you blow that fucking smoke. Look at that. There's a boy. Cheech and Chong would be proud of you. You know what I'm saying? Here we are. And we're not going to do a podcast till the following Friday, because I'm not just going to be out of town. I might do a call-in Monday. So Monday morning at 7 a.m., if you're ready, I might be ready.
7 a.m., Jesus.
6 a.m., same thing. I'll do it from fucking New Orleans.
Yeah.
We'll call the number and we'll do it fucking live. Me and you from one coast and the other. I'll tell you what's going on because I'm off Monday. What time you got to be at work Monday?
Hopefully at night. I'll find out.
They're not fucking putting you back at night. You're on this 8 to 8 till... I found out today. I made a call. They keep me on 8 to 8 till fucking June. This is how they're going to close the contract out. You think they're going to make you sit there going in at night and, you know, tuck your toes and jerk off under the desk like you do, cocksucker? You got to go in there and earn, you fuck.
No, fucking jerking off under the desk.
The one good thing about this week is I'm not missing nothing. Like, I'm back before that Diaz GSP fight, and I'm very excited about that. I'm very excited about that card. Very seldom do I get excited. They got like 3 or 4 good fucking fights on there, so we'll be back by that.
Who else is on the fight?
Carlos Conduit against Johnny Canton.
The professionalism on this podcast. I can't even believe it.
What's that?
No,
this is the guy that's supposed to call me, I guarantee. Fuck this is, but I ain't taking it right now. I forgot to turn the ringer off.
I'm joking. Yeah, I'm really excited for the GSP Diaz because those, like I said, those are the fighters I like. That like they'll fight and it'll be entertaining. It won't be one person running, one person running away.
You got Johnny Hendricks.
Okay.
Against Conduit. You have Ellenberger against Nate Marquardt, and this could be do or die for Nate Marquardt, so this is a great fight. You have a couple fucking... there you go, see?
Right on time.
Oh, shit. Oh, shit.
Go.
What's up, beautiful?
What's going on, brother? How are you?
How are you, my friend?
I'm good, Coco. I couldn't be better.
I'm happy you got the call in. Tell these motherfuckers who's on the phone, Billy.
I am just one of many of the legion of Coco Diaz admirers, friends, posse from the neighborhood back in North Bergen, the legendary city on the cliffs overlooking Manhattan.
And I'm a lot older than you, but we used to play basketball together. And unlike my other friends that are criminals, Bill, Mr. Horrenda, is a successful fucking dude. And he's always been an honest acquaintance. He's known some of the friends I grew up with. We basically grew up at the same deli, which is no longer there. How you
Coco,
doing?
Exactly.
How you doing, buddy?
Coco, all's well, man. All's well. I'm just, it's funny. I got to tell you that, obviously it's been great getting caught up with you. And I'm at a gas station yesterday in Sacramento, and 2 kids who I coached in basketball when they were on their way up, huge fans of yours, the Peterson brothers, stopped me, and they're all asking, they're huge fans and follow you all over the podcast and everything. So all is well. I can't complain. I've got 3 daughters, married, and it's very kind of you to point out that you're older than me, but I look like Methuselah, like the oldest man on earth. You look tremendous.
You look tremendous. I still see your face.
Keep you busy.
Every time I look at your Facebook picture, Billy, I see you dribbling the ball, walking into Hashways looking for a fucking game. Like he was one of those guys that was always looking for a game. Like, what's going on? Who wants to do this? And he would get to the point where he'd push you a little bit. You know, you're gaining a little weight, dog. You should get out of that bat. And you look at him like, fucking Billy, I'm trying to eat my little turkey sandwich at Hashways. You know, because Mrs. Hashway had the best sandwiches because she was losing her hair. Since we were kids, Mrs. Hashway was losing her hair. So whatever turkey sandwich you ate, you always got a hair with it. Her classic was roast beef on rye. This deli was a real fucking deli we grew up at. And it was funny because I knew Billy's whole family. We were basketball nerds. Me, Billy, and his older brother was also a coach now. Where's your brother coaching?
Yeah, so you know, Coco, my brother Greg is the head coach at UMass Lowell outside of Boston, where I played in college, and then they're actually moving on to the American East Conference with Maine, New Hampshire, Vermont, and Stony Brook, schools that are, you know, in that conference, Binghamton, University of Maryland, Baltimore County. So there's a lot of excitement up there around that. And, yeah, you guys, I mean, I remember you would tell me my dad took you guys to the legendary 5-star basketball camp out in Pennsylvania with Howard Garfinkel. And, you know, you're right. It was always about the next game, who's got next. I mean, if we had a quarter to buy an RC at Hashways after, we were living large. I mean, that was life back then. And it was beautiful, too.
It was, for people, it was a little coffee shop. It was a little deli. And 3 doors down was this basketball court that belonged to the church. And they were supposed to close at 9. They never closed it. And, I mean, we had some fucking battles there. Basketball. I remember playing basketball. This is an unbelievable story to tell, but I'll tell you because you could believe it. I remember being there at 2 in the morning, my 8th grade summer. And I'm playing one-on-one, three-point games with Danny Calandrillo, Anthony Cinsulo, and what was the good Nicky DeSeglia? Was that his name?
That could be Coco. Was it Frank Ashone?
No. It was Calandrillo because it was his friend's brother. In fact, his brother was even there. Paul Land was there, who was an actor who did a few movies, and he had a model friend, and his friend was Nicky DeSeglia. Yes,
that's right. Yeah,
yes.
Yeah, exactly.
In fact, somebody just sent me footage of a guy from Union City, a Greek guy, Nicky something, that went on to play in the Olympic trials with Larry Bird. So somebody that listens to the podcast just sent me that. Nicky Gallus.
Nicky Gallus, Coco, exactly. Nicky Gallus.
See, we're basketball nerds, guys, and we're bad. I just listen to this. I'm in fucking. I'm with Red Band, one of the guys from Joe Rogan's buddy, and we're in Atlanta at the Omni, and we're eating lunch. And we're staying there, and I'm looking at this fucking table, Billy, and who's there but the guy from Union City? I can't, Bobby, you know.
Tommy Heinsohn.
Tommy Heinsohn. And I'm looking at this.
No kidding. Yeah, sure.
And I'm looking at this motherfucker, and he gets up, and he starts walking towards me. I go, excuse me, you Mr. Heinsohn? He goes, yeah. I go, listen, I played for St. Michael CYO. His fucking eyes lit up. He's like, come on. Yeah, man, I was there when Danny broke your fucking record that night when he had 61 points. He had a tear in his eye. It's always great to see you basketball guys. It really is. As you can tell, you didn't know I was a basketball guy, did you, Lily? So, yeah.
I knew you played it. I didn't know you liked it this much.
Oh, I love it. And I remember going up to Hashways, meeting your dad, and your dad took us to Port Authority, where we took a bus to Pennsylvania to go to Lee Garfinkel. What was his name?
Yeah, Garfinkel, Howard Garfinkel, the guy that ran that camp.
The king of the fucking Jews. He was Pontius Pilate's nephew. So what do you do now? What are you doing now?
Yeah, so you know what, Coco? You know what I'm doing now? During the day, I run the Positive Coaching Alliance, which is a nonprofit founded at Stanford, all about better athletes, better people. And we do workshops for kids, for coaches, and parents at schools and leagues. And, you know, we have folks like from Lionel Hollins to Dusty Baker to Phil Jackson, Herm Edwards, literally dozens of folks on our National Advisory Board that, you know, reinforce what we do with their players. So the content's all focused on the latest research-based sports psychology. And so that's what I do during the day is basically go out, raise money, do workshops, for kids up here in Northern California, specifically in Sacramento. And then I've been fortunate to get broadcasting work on the radio side with primarily with the UC Davis radio network. They're a member of the Big West, along with Long Beach State, Fullerton, Cal Poly, like that. And then I've also worked for the ESPN family of networks as an analyst, as well as Time Warner Cable, Comcast Hometown Network. So that's kind of, I just feel really fortunate to kind of feed in athletics both during the day and then also with some of the broadcasting work that I've been fortunate to get.
I mean, nothing surprises me about what you're doing right now, because between you and Pete Sagrell, you motherfuckers would talk sports the whole morning,
Right. And you know what, Coach, I got to tell you, it's really ironic. Last season, I'm down at a tournament at San Diego State, and who's in the tournament but Bryant University out of Rhode Island? And whose son is on the team but Danny Calandrillo's son? And I'm sitting there, and I turn around, and UC Davis had played in the first game, and I turn around, there's 2 rows behind me is Danny. So we're hugging, and Danny camped it back to our hotel, and I had him on the next night as our halftime guest.
I listened to him. I listened to the interview.
You did?
Yes, absolutely. Come on now. I mean, for these people who don't know it, when you have an idol, when you're growing up and there's somebody you like, they're distant. We had our idol right there. He was an Italian kid that was 6'2", that could shoot the fuck out of the ball, that ended up going to Seton Hall and leading the nation in scoring, and then got drafted by the Celtics, but he was 6'2", you know what I'm saying? I mean, I don't even know if he played or he got picked up, but what he did for us growing up, am I lying, Bill? I mean, he gave you hope.
I mean, Kogo, you're right, he was larger than life, and I think the thing about Danny, in addition to him being a great player, and he was one of the pioneers in the Big East. You're right. And I mean, he was a legendary scorer before the three-point line, and he always had a huge heart, was never too busy to help kids like us, on the way up that had aspirations to play in college. And I mean, his, family situation was unbelievable in that, he had, literally, 10 siblings, and his parents had, issues with their hearing. And I mean, it was just an incredible family and an incredible story. He played for Bill Raftery, who now, everyone knows as an analyst. But that was the night, following that North Bergen High School state championship team. And his first game, you mentioned Nicky Gallis earlier, was at Walsh Gymnasium at Seton Hall. And Georgia Tech came in with Bobby Krebins and Sammy Drummer playing, ranked 20th in the country. This is before the internet. So that was huge news. The magazine hit the stand that day. It was Danny's first game. I remember being at that game. And, of course, that was like being totally bitten by the college basketball bug. It was like, okay, that's what I want to do. That's what I want to aspire to. But, yeah, he was just an absolute, legendary figure and a great guy to this day, no doubt.
It was funny because I remember everything he fucking did in that auditorium. But the thing that I remembered the most was in the 8th grade, we had Barone, who was going to call into the podcast. I had him as a 7th grade teacher, but at the time I was in the 8th grade, and Barone, in those days, North Bergen switched from the traditional teacher thing to that you had to go to 3 different teachers a day. So that night, Barone was telling us about, you ready for this, Bill? Kelly Tripucka.
Yeah.
Okay?
Right.
He's telling us about Kelly Tripucka, who ended up going to Notre fucking Dame and to the Detroit Pistons and just lighting up the fucking basket with a bunch of teeth. He had like 80 fucking teeth. His father was the original Elway, and he really was. He played for the Broncos. If you go to Denver Stadium, there's a big thing of Tripucka in it. The family owned Trip Distributors. They're a big fucking family. So it ended up that they said this kid was as good as Julius Erving was. And because most people in high school score 1,000 points in 4 years, Kelly Tripucka was scoring 1,000 points a year or something fucking ridiculous. This was like the first guy. And our area at the time was on fire. We had already Jim Spinarkle. or John Spinarco. We had Michael Corrin, a little Irishman from Jersey City. We had a kid, Bill Willoughby from Englewood. So we were like fucking, this is our area. All these, like, I still remember Michael Corrin playing well, how old were you when Michael Corrin played in the finals as a freshman against Marquette?
You know what? That I think was 77. That was Al McGuire's last team.
Yes.
And so I was 11 at the time.
My God, when they said Jersey City, New Jersey.
I remember that like yesterday.
Yeah, you fucking get these goosebumps, you know. And it's funny because about a month ago I called Bill and I go, Bill, North Bergen Minute. And I told Billy a story about we were in front of Pathmark one night. We used to shoplift Pathmark because we knew this. Billy wasn't there. I'm not even talking about Billy, but so we would go to Pathmark, me, Fernie Bassasuto, Glenn Conti, and Mike Runny to shoplift booze. But this one night, Fernie wanted to snort glue. He was fucking nuts. So he goes in to get glue, and he comes out with Elmer's glue, like a fucking moron that he is. So out of the Calandrillo brothers, there was 10 of them, and they had sisters too. But one of them was kind of homeless. He lived in the weeds or something. Remember, he would go outside Hashways in the morning, and they'd give him a sandwich, and he had, like, fucked up sneakers. And I never fucked with him at all. I never messed with Bobby Cal at all. So Fernie comes out with the fucking Elmer's glue, and we're like, Fernie, are you retarded? You got to get airplane glue, not fucking Elmer's glue. So he don't know what to do with it. So it's in his pocket. So this guy, Bobby Cal, comes up, and he's asking us for money. And we were good kids at the time. We're giving him the money, Bobby Cal. And next thing you know, Fernie takes like the newspaper, and he puts the glue on it, and he lights it on fire. And Bobby Cal, it was like October, and he had one of those workman suits on, those body suits on, the heavy ones for the winter, and he put it in his back pocket. And we're talking to Bobby Cal. And within minutes, you see smoke coming from behind Bobby Cal, and the thing was on fire, and we fucking turned it off just before. This is the shit we grew up with, but I'm sorry, Bob. Bill, I'm sorry. Fucking tremendous, lighting Bobby Cal on fire across from the Hudson County Park.
Coco, what's up, boy? Hey, Coco, the one story about okay, Coco.
Go ahead, I'm here.
Oh, no, sorry. So, the classic story, too, about Hashways, and, of course, I spent a lot of time with, with the Parkers and with the Doritos, and I tell you, it was a hot August afternoon, balmy, steamy, and I walk around the corner, and back then, as you know, everyone had a bill at Hashways. The paper receipts were taped to the register.
Oh, I owed them thousands.
So Parker catches me on the corner before I get to the store, and he's like, Bill, he goes, Joe shut me off. My bill is done. Go in there, get me a sandwich, and I'll take care of you. So I said, sure. So I walk in, I said, Joe, I'll have roast beef, mustard cheese, lettuce, tomato, and mayo on a hard roll. And before I get batted out, Joe looks at me and goes, Billy, get the hell out of here. This sandwich is for Parker. And I think years later, the Seinfeld show did the same thing, but they did it with a fruit stand with Kramer. I remember one of my brother-in-laws out in California called me with that episode going on. But it was just, a legendary neighborhood. And you were, chief amongst, everybody. And they were cast of characters. And it was just an unbelievable place to grow up. It was just tremendous.
Hashways was across the street from Gregory's 7-Day Weekend, which was a bar, which was at Corky's, Tom and Corky's, which was one of the craziest bars you ever walked into. But to top it off, it was next to a pizza place owned by a Greek guy named Nick the Greek. Do you remember that? And the other day, Mike Duffy. I don't know if you follow Mike Duffy on Facebook. He posted something about North Bergen, being from North Bergen, and torturing people. And we used to torture Nick. We throw snowballs at him in the winter. The pizza on the. The best thing I ever did to Nick was after a while he got kinky. Like when we got to be 17, he told us, if you rob something, just bring it directly to me. So we used to rob wood and sell it to him. He used to buy plywood from us for $10 a sheet. Don't ask me why. But the best was we used to rob fake jewelry and give it to him. And then we had 2 scams with Nick. We had fake jewelry that we'd sell him, and then he'd come back to us a week later. Speak. I need to talk to you. You know, that good jewelry. It wasn't because he called me Spick right off the bat. There was no fucking around. There was no, what's the shit now? Calling people by their whatever. There was none of that in those days. But the best was that in those days, remember the iced teas in the containers, like they were made out of paper? Remember when
oh my God!
Remember those? They're fucking tremendous.
Oh, that was unbelievable. Yeah, legendary.
Do you remember those? They were made out, and you open them up like a milk container, only an iced tea. Well, Nick had them. Nick, you go to Nick to get a pizza, and you'd buy a soda. But Veneri, who was a rich motherfucker, would go, and he's Italian, would go into Veneri's and go into Nick's, get a slice of pizza, but he would go to Hashway's because the iced teas were a nickel cheaper. And when Veneri would be crossing across the street, Nick would walk out and go, Veneri, you fucking Jew, you suck. But he'd say it loud, like it didn't matter who. You fucking Jew, you suck. Oh, Billy, if I was telling somebody it's tough to go to North Bergen now because we have nowhere to meet because Hashways went out of business. And
it's a very sad thing, Pogo, no question.
And it's funny that I've always thought about writing scripts. And for the last year, I wanted to write a Hashway script because we've seen them at their best and we've seen them at their worst. Like the place just fucking shut down. And this was a place that, had, when Billy, you did you not work there, Billy, when they had the picket machines and the liquor and the fucking sandwiches and...
No, you know what, Pogo? Ironically, I never worked at there. I worked at Joseph's Drug Store, which is another story.
That's right.
But
I used to get steroids from him. I used to get steroids from Joe on the corner. And sell them. He used to sell me. I got a connection one time. He goes, "Oh, you want steroids? Just go to fucking Joe. Get the fuck out of here." Yeah.
but you know what, Toga? You're so right. I mean, from the standpoint of I was back home with my girls. We have 3 daughters and my wife this summer, and had the opportunity to go visit Mrs. Hashway. And it's hard to really put into words, what pillars of the community they were and are. I mean, they were just great, more than just friends. I mean, they're more than just people who, owned a deli. I mean, geez, they were the most generous people, the greatest hearted people you'd ever meet. And, what they did that people know about and the things that I believe they've done that people don't know about just to support people and keep them going. I mean, and Coco, like the guys, like I'm involved in athletics now, and I think back to Mr. Fafaro and Frank Benna, Phil Moretti, Stan Newman. I mean, these guys, and I was lucky, playing in high school for Jerry Halligan, who passed away a number of years ago. But he was a guy who was in the class of like Mr. Ascalese, just these legendary guys that had an unbelievable impact on kids' lives, and those guys are coaches, but the Hashways were just, and are unbelievable people. I mean, I just can't say how much, we loved them, and they were very close, family friends, and remain that way to this day. So it is sad, and you're right, like life, it has its ups and downs, no doubt about it.
It's hard to explain that they were such a part of your childhood. It's embarrassing to me that a deli was such a big part of my childhood, but if you really think about it, Bill, in front of that deli is where I learned to be a comic. On those hot days in between basketball games when you're waiting and, Gabby would pass by and you'd ask her to suck your dick and chase away your dick. I mean, it was just, I try to explain to people about where I'm from, and for years I didn't say nothing. You can't say nothing because they're not going to believe you. They're not going to fucking believe you. I just started talking about this 8-9 years ago because I had to. It's going to blow up in my head. You cannot, I told the story about when I got chased by the drug dealer and I ran through Fatima and they had the rose bushes and I walked out and my shirt was torn up. I looked like it was amazing. And I wanted the Hashways and the guy chased me and started yelling, Mr. Hashway threw this fucking drug dealer out of there with a gun. Mr. fucking Hashway, who was 100 years old, get the fuck out of here, you motherfucker, before I hit you with this fucking knife. I mean, and I was there the night when I walked in there when I seen the article on Carmine Balzano shooting the guy 7 times in the back in self-defense. That's, you can't explain to these people. Did I just tell you I went to West Palm Beach? Who the fuck do I bump into in West Palm Beach? Little Stephen Mako.
No kidding. Wow.
He's fighting
That's
for America's
classic.
top team. If these people knew who his father was and his uncle, you know how many times his uncle bailed me out growing the fuck up? He was the mayor of North Bergen. He was the fucking mayor. When you were a kid, I used to live down 38th Street, and we used to have those metal nets. Remember those metal fucking nets they had in the wintertime?
Yeah. Oh, yeah. Totally. So, I have one. I have a piece of that. We won the national championship, Division II at UMass Lowell, and I also have though, and I'm just as proud of the piece of the chain net from up the court. Yeah, those were legendary. Those chain.
Whenever the ball hit in the winter, it just went. The fucking net was amazing. It was just amazing. Billy, I have no embarrassment from where I'm from and the stories and the laughter, and I have hours. I wish, I tell people all the time, I have 1,000 stories. It's a shame I can only tell 100 of them.
Right, no, Koga, you would never run out of material. And the thing is, it was an unbelievable environment, I think, just to learn about life and how to negotiate life and appreciate people for everything that they bring to the table and diversity. I wouldn't trade it for anything. I really, really wouldn't. And, my kids, when we go back, they love it. They get a dose of it and, a little bit of better understanding. But it's an unbelievable time and an unbelievable place. I wouldn't trade it for anything. I really, really wouldn't.
It's funny how you mentioned all those names that coached us. And in all those fucking years, not one sexual, disgusting fucking scandal. There wasn't no scandals. I remember the only scandal we had growing up was Fontana when he threw the kid off the bus for speaking Spanish. That was it. There was nobody fucking teachers and, all this shit. If anybody, the boys were fucking female teachers at North Bergen. I know like 2 gym teachers that got fucked in the ass when these kids were in high school. But they wouldn't go home and rat to their fucking moms. I mean, that was just a great, that hill. Just walking that hill put balls on you. You went to St. Peter's also. You had to take a bus fucking 2 hours every goddamn day.
It was a bus and then the PATH train. And, there were times where I'd get rides. But, yeah, that was, to go down there and to play on Ocean Avenue in Jersey City and to go against that. You mentioned players earlier, and, you're right, from the standpoint of, I look around the league when I was in high school. David Rivers played at Notre Dame and with the Lakers. And then Kenny Wilson went to Villanova. Darrell Wilson played at Ferris, went to Florida State. Turk Eady went to Old Dominion. I couldn't stop anybody. But it was a really special time and place, and you're right. Jersey back then, and just the urban environment, the feel of it, just the fabric of it is, I think, something that we all, just really, really cherish. I feel badly tonight that there are probably a ton of names that I'm leaving out just because it's we just don't have time to go through it all. But just great people. And you're right, those guys, they just cared about the community, about the kids, and I think they recognized that, keeping us, on the straight and narrow and on the right path, that was just a way of making sure that all that energy was used in a productive way, and, it was their opportunity to kind of give back. And those are, guys that I think about all the time. There's not a day that goes by that, I don't think about my father who lost too soon, of course, when I was in 6th grade, or, Mr. Halligan, or Bennett, all those guys. They were just great people.
By the way, before we get off the topic, I don't know if you know this, and I'm going to put them together with you. Vinny Askeles Jr. is in school at Fresno.
Now, Cody, you told me that, so I'm going to try to get down there.
So let's try to meet. Let's go see him, because he's only going to be there, and then he's going to transfer. But I've been in contact with him on the phone, and I tried to explain him to you. And, he's 20 years young. He's 30 years younger than us. But the kid's a fucking savage, and once you talk to him, talking to him the last 2 or 3 weeks has really made me a little different. Just talking to him, because it reminds me of talking to me when I was 21. He don't give a fuck. He don't give a fuck. And this guy won the state champ. He don't give a fuck. So, Billy, I'm really, and I know your name is Bill. I keep calling you Billy because you're still that fucking young kid with the ball, always enticing. Come on, let's go play some ball. I'll show you what this new move I got, Coco. Come on. Fucking hilarious. Fucking hilarious. You know, a lot of love to you and your brother Greg and your family for always never judging and for always loving me, man. You guys are great, and I'll see you September. I'll see you at the 20th of March.
Absolutely, Coco. We
21st.
love you too. Keep up the great work, and I just want to thank you guys for having us. And we'll definitely.
What's the webpage they should go to and see what you're doing?
What's that?
What's the webpage or the organization that you work for?
Oh yeah, so I'm with the Positive Coaching Alliance, so people can check us out at PCA. You know what? Actually, it's probably easier just to go to positivecoach.org. Okay, they can check us out there. Great videos, a lot of really inspirational videos from people like Doc Rivers, Herm Edwards, Steve Young, Brad Stephen, the young coach.
Lionel fucking Hollins. Are you kidding me? I remember when he played for the Portland Trail Blazers with Bobby Gross and fucking Lionel Choo Choo Hollins was his name, wasn't it?
Exactly. And he, you know, is the real deal, Coco, from the standpoint of, you know, I think, you know, when people recognize that, listen, you know, playing in college or playing professionally, you're like a milk carton. There's an expiration date on it, and, you know, it's all those qualities that you learn along the way that are going to really propel you to success, you know, not only on the court but also off of it. And Lionel Hollins is another one of those guys that, you know, just really lives it. And, you know, along with Doc Rivers, you hear him talking about Ubuntu, and I can only be as good as I can be when you're as good as you can be. And he talks about character. They pass on guys that have more talent. They want more R's than S's. So, in other words, they want more character as opposed to characters. So, anyway, I'll get off my soapbox here, but
I love
there's a lot of good stuff, a lot of good
Bill,
videos.
I fucking love it, man. I'm proud of you, man.
To dig into.
I'm proud of you, and it's good to see you after 30 fucking years and be able to get a laugh about Hashways and where we came from. I love you, and I'll see you in a few weeks up in Sac.
We're so proud of you, too. Keep up the great work, for sure.
You too, brother. Stay black and beautiful.
All right, sounds good, man. Thanks, guys.
Bye. You know, it was funny because we talked about this deli where we grew up in, and the kid just fucking flipped.
Yeah, I didn't know it closed that.
And it's really weird when you're a young guy and you live your life and you become an old guy and you look at people who were there with you, people who you thought had it together and just lost it. When I was 18, I wanted to be Glenn Hashway. You know, his mother had a deli. He went to school. He had the Corvette. He had the good-looking Italian girl. He had the clothes. You know, he didn't have a fucking care in the world. And, you know, 20 years later, he ends up robbing a gas station with a fucking hood on and no gun. It's just mind-boggling. And again, you know, for a guy like me, I have to break it down in two different directions. This was a guy that was my friend, but at the same time, this is also a guy that used to laugh at me when I first started comedy and make fun of me. I love him as a friend, but now he's in fucking seclusion somewhere.
Jeez.
And they lost a deli. You know, it was like the American dream. It was like Scarface, only with a fucking deli. You know, and drugs were involved, as they usually are when you lose shit. And it's unthinkable. We got some emails this week, as we usually do, and somebody emailed that I was wrong about Dolce. Remember Dolce was talking about butchers, how important it is to go to a butcher and get a nice piece of meat.
Okay.
And some guy said, you know, you don't know anything about butchers. You live in L.A., they're all over the place. And he goes, here in Whittier. And I'm like, yeah. I got to drive an hour to get a fucking piece of meat. That doesn't do me no good, right? What he was talking about was neighborhood butchers.
Yeah, of course.
So you could walk over to, and there's 10 different ones.
It's not one butcher in an entire
Right,
city.
in
Yeah.
the city. Glenn Hashway was that grocery store. Remember, there was a Pathmark, there was a ShopRite. But Hashway's Deli was where you went. They had fucking roast beef sandwiches. They had a fucking rice pudding that she would put cinnamon on it and whipped cream. She made 2 roast beefs every day fresh and 2 turkeys fresh. That's how much we ate in those days. Their specialty sandwich was a roast beef on rye with mayo, salt and pepper, light on the fucking, just on this light fucking rye. With this potato salad, this macaroni salad that your asshole would boil with a pickle, with a fucking pickle. You know, and I ate everything in their menu, you know, from the, you know, because after a while, you eat there every day. It's not like now that you went, oh, today, no, we went to Hashways every fucking day. That's loyalty. That's where you went. And when you didn't have money, you put on the fucking tab. And when you got paid, you went up there and you fucking paid them back. I ate up there every day. We lived at those basketball courts. So you go up there with no money, but no, Mrs. Hash was going to take care of you. Even though she was going bald and the hair would go in your sandwich, you didn't give a fuck. And if you didn't get enough hair, you'd even say, Ms. Hash, I got beat today. You better do the fucking brush over there. I mean, this was a neighborhood a grocery store, something that we see 6 of in this fucking country anymore because corporations have taken over anything. You know, are you going to be able to go into your supermarket and say, I got no money, I've been shopping here for 13 years because I'm putting on a bill? They don't know what you're fucking talking about.
No.
But in those days, you could go into Hash's and go, Mrs. Hash, I get paid on every other Friday. In between that, can I send up Lily to get fucking cold cuts and bologna and shit and milk? And they'd say, absolutely. And that's what it's all about. That's what business is about. That's what's been cut out today. There's no more customer service. You know, the Hashways were such a successful deli because it started off as a deli and they moved 2 doors down. They took over the liquor store and the Picket. But that was 1984. Guess what else was popular in 1984?
What?
Fucking Toots Roots. So Glenn was in there fucking snorting up a fucking storm. But here's what's the secret. They had the lunchtime school crowd. It was a gold mine, guy. It opened at 7.
Yeah.
The high school was down the corner. So till 3, you had the action from the high school. And everybody went to Hashways.
Probably twice, breakfast and then lunch.
Yeah, you went to Hashways and got a buttered roll with a fucking can of Coke or a Yoo-Hoo like a motherfucker. Or a cream cheese and jelly on a roll with a Yoo-Hoo or a fucking like a motherfucker. And then at lunchtime, you went back over there and you got a roast beef on rye, salt and pepper, salt light on the pepper. No, pepper light on the salt, mayonnaise, lettuce, tomato, sliced thin. They would slice the tomatoes fucking paper thin.
Ooh.
Not like these Puerto Ricans today. You get a chunk of tomato, even sliced paper fucking thin. It was genius. So you just tasted the tomato and they put a couple extra ones and the tomato stayed in the fucking sandwich when you squeezed it. Not like these more. You ever bite into a sandwich, the tomato comes, you bite the front and the shit comes out of the ass.
Yeah.
You're like, what I ordered? That's why I don't go to these fucking Soho fucking fake sandwich motherfuckers. Hashways knew how to make a sandwich. You didn't have to tell them to slice your fucking meat thin. They sliced the meat thin, but they kept the cheese thick.
Ooh.
You know what I'm saying? These are little things these fucking jamokes don't know what the fuck they're doing today. They didn't fucking know. When my bitches calling?
No.
Oh, right, no. You got some music from me? Do you sit there?
Absolutely.
You gonna smoke some more weed or?
I'm all set.
I got this shit the Pope smoked before he... Oh, shit. It's a beautiful fucking night. March 4th, Monday. You'll probably get this Wednesday. Tune you up for the rest of the fucking week. I'm sorry there won't be no podcast next week. I'll be in New Orleans shooting, working it out. I'm very sad, you know. One part of me is very happy that I got this, but the other part of me is very sad because I got to leave my wife and the baby. Thank God. Her family is coming in Thursday. This girl came in today. Her brother comes in tomorrow. So Terry's going to have her hands fucking full with her familia.
Yeah. Is it, because I know you used to get like sad when you leave the cats. Is it different? Or
it's
worse?
terrible. It's terrible. And then I got to go to meet them. So you gotta fucking watch the cats one day. You gotta go over there and hang out with Harry for a few hours.
I haven't seen Harry in so long.
Harry's fucking cool as shit. You know, they're all lonely about, you know, ever since we lost Finney. I had to put a special collar on Fidel. He's like a half a Momo. He misses Finney.
Yeah, they were together for years.
And they were best friends. Finney would choke him and fucking throw him down. Remember, you were there.
Yeah.
You see Finney. Finney was a tiny little dude. Fidel, what the fuck is this?
My desk.
Fidel's like 280. He's a linebacker. Take him down and bite him in the neck. Fidel would look at me like, meow, get him off me. I'm like, Fidel, fucking bite him back, you fuck.
Does your daughter like the cats? Does she?
She can't see him. They don't even know. They come off. You know who likes her? Superbad likes her. Gray likes her. And Sissy likes her. The black and white cats.
Yeah, that's weird.
The black and white cats pay attention to her. They hang out. They watch her. What are you going to do? You know what I'm saying?
That's pretty funny.
You know, she comes first. They take the second seat, but they're a tight second. I love my cats.
Yeah.
And I felt bad. Even my wife says, she goes, have I been neglected? I'm like, oh, you've been busy with the fucking thing. So we brushed them. I got them the good catnip. Mm-hmm. The catnip they like, the buds.
Yeah.
They still had it on Amazon. They went out of business.
Oh, really?
But they had like fucking 5 bags left, so I got them that. What's the matter?
No, that was me. Nothing. So
What's
that's
going
crazy.
on, Lee?
Nothing, dude.
What's going on, cocksucker? You taping this, selling this to the Russians? Don't make me burn this in your skin and get the fucking info from you. You want to smoke some more?
No.
How you doing, baby?
I'm good. This room is getting me higher, and I'm fucking...
Your landlord came up here today. She looked up here. I heard she sat down and took a nap for an hour. She smelt this motherfucker.
Jesus Christ.
This is a good room right here. Look at the Israeli flag. It's turning fucking yellow.
Yeah, I got a...
Respect.
This week, I haven't been busy, but this weekend I'm going to put up... I got a Godfather and a... what's the other fucking movie?
Goodfellas. You got a bunch of
Goodfellas.
shit.
I got Godfather and Goodfellas for this room.
Lee don't fuck around, ladies and gentlemen. He puts it all together. You know?
I'm trying.
So it was nice. I hooked up with Billy when I did Sacramento Punchline last time. He showed up with his wife, and they watched me, and he was a nice kid. He was very nice. And I saw him a few times, and I was fucked up years later, and I felt very guilty.
Guilty?
Sure, because we, we knew each other through, like, the jock field.
Oh, okay.
And then he started hearing that I was robbing and doing drugs, and it must have been hard for him. But you know what, bro? He never judged, and he was younger than I was, and he forgave, and that's it. Even if he didn't forgive, but I know he forgave. And he's a good dude, bro. The Renders are good fucking people. I mean, his brother, his mom, the dad. And I had a lot of that. Like I said, his dad drove us over to... And it's funny because the people that came over today, I went with their son. She showed me the picture today of the football camp I went with him.
A picture of you?
No, it was a picture of him with the shirt.
Oh, okay.
It was offense, defense football camp. I've spoken about it before. It was run by, like, Penn State. It was like Jack Lambert and Jack Ham. It was in Pennsylvania. There was one in Pittsburgh and one somewhere else. So I'm getting it confused. I think it was just in Pittsburgh. So I went to a couple camps growing up. I liked football camps because it was 6 or 7 days condensed.
Yeah.
Did you ever go to a basketball camp?
I know not fuck basketball. I went to a football one.
Come on. Which one did you go to?
It was just run by the local, I think the high school. I only played football for 1 year. I didn't like it. Well, I did not like it. I didn't play Pop Warner.
Okay.
And everyone else did. And the coach Pop Warner. So I got, and I wasn't even very good, but I barely got to play. So I didn't like that, but I liked wrestling. So that's what I stuck with. I went to wrestling camps.
Did you really? How long did you sleep there for?
There was one for like a week, and then I would go to off-season wrestling.
And would you get better at them?
Yeah. I mean, I was never very good, but it was, like you said, it was a lot of fun, and it was,
How old were you when you went?
Probably 15, 16. Yeah, I wrestled all throughout high school.
On your dick?
Yeah, it was, you said something the other day that I've heard you say before, but it was on the sides. It wasn't like on the top.
Yeah, it's on the side. When you're young, it always grows on the sides. The middle stays bald. You got to do a comb over. You got to borrow your sister's mascara and shit, fill it in. Me, I didn't have a sister. I had to go to the supermarket and buy mascara like a fucking fag.
You bought mascara.
Waterproof, just in case you go swimming. Your fucking jock don't turn black. You're over there swimming, you got oil fucking leaking out of you. That's right, cocksucker. Over here. What are you doing? That's how high you are. You put your fucking finger to your back, you little fucking cocksucker. What else? That's all you got for me?
That's all I got.
It's fucking crazy, Lee. I can't believe that I even got this movie. Like, I've been thinking about it for the last 2 fucking weeks, and I wasn't going to tell nobody on the podcast. I wasn't really going to tell anybody, but it was overwhelming because, when I moved here, Lee, it was 98. And I was 30-something years old already. I was fucking long in the tooth. And all my friends were getting movies. Not movies, but deals and shit. At least Mitzi Shore picked me up and put me in the comedy store.
Yeah.
That was the only thing I had working in my confidence. That I knew that Mitzi didn't pick up a lot of fucking weird people. She picked you up if you were fucking
and
funny.
Fast.
Yeah, I was here a month and got picked up. And I booked a pilot and I booked a movie. And then I sat tight for a while and I went on the road. And I really wanted to become a comic. I wanted to become a really good comic. And I went on the road for like 2 years, and I committed to the fucking road. It wasn't like a half-ass. I would go for no money, $300 here, $400 here, take a bus. I told you, get a blowjob from a chick that escaped from a strip club. I swear to God, that's a true story. A chick that left Rochester to go to Buffalo, because in those days a stripper had to get a health license.
Oh, okay.
And she had like fleas and some other blood diseases, so she had her.
And he let her give you a blowjob?
Sure, why not? Fuck it, I don't give a fuck. What do I care? In those days, I was living in a Greyhound bus. So who gives a fuck? Who sucks your dick? You know what I'm saying? But I come back. I took a couple acting lessons at Vanna Chubbuck, that's where the black chick that won the Academy Award.
Halle Berry.
And the white chick who won the Academy Award. The tall one.
This year?
No, a couple of years ago. The tall white chick that's hot. She did the dance with the kid from with Seth MacFarlane this year. Charlize Theron.
Oh, yeah, shit.
Charlize Theron went to that acting class.
Cool.
Ivana Chubbuck, and so did the black chick. They were both their actresses there. I went there in the beginner class. I had never acted before. I had done basketball. Mm-hmm. And then when I came back, it was with Josh Wolf lent me $500. And I started going to Ivana Chubbuck. And I went to Ivana Chubbuck, and that's when I started booking little stupid movies and parts. But I worked as an actor.
Yeah.
Which, for me, was fucking mind-boggling. It was mind-boggling. The first time I got hired, I didn't even know what cut was, or direct, or what they meant by hitting your line. I just showed up like a stupid kid, because that's what you are. The dumber you are, the better you do at something. It's when you get smart that you become bad at something.
Yeah, you worry about it.
You worry about it, you know. So, and I remember doing this show, and they fucking picked me up for a couple episodes, and I didn't know what the fuck I was doing. So I went to Ivana Chubbuck for like 3 months, and I believed it. And then from there, I went to a different acting class. It was a little cheaper. It was $265, that class. That's a lot of fucking money for once a week. And I went there, and what I'm trying to say is, you know what? I'm not with a big-time agent. I don't have a manager. These people that are booking me have just signed me recently. I never had a booking agent. Never went to Montreal. Never went to really no festivals. I went to like the Toyota Comedy Festival in New York. It was basically a fucking joke. And listen, I'm not crying. This I all brought upon by myself. I get, and I'm very lucky. I'm aggressive, and I don't give a fuck. See, because that's the number one thing. If you're going to come out here and put your balls on the line, you got to remember one thing: you don't give a fuck. And that's why Ivana Chubbuck takes women, and she's really good with women when she teaches them how to act, because she breaks them down. Ivana Chubbuck is one of the few acting classes that you have to strip fucking naked at.
Jesus.
On a Tuesday morning. I stripped down to like underwear, but I've seen girls there show their fucking pussy at that acting class. Because Ivana wants to break a woman down, because that's the only way they can learn how to act. And the point was proven with Charlize Theron and the black chick for fucking Monsters Ball.
Halle Berry.
Yeah, I mean, she's amazing. Was it Monsters Ball she won it for?
Yeah.
So, this is whatever the fuck there is to it. I've always believed that there's something to being an actor. I just never had that. When I do movies, I'm the same fucking guy. But I take that. I never studied to be a great fucking actor.
No.
I never really knew theater in New York. I never did theater. I won a performing arts contest once. Freshman year, I lip-synced Shattered by the Rolling Stones. Beside that, the chick was a lesbian. She liked me. It was cool fucking class. But I never really had that. So now I get this call to do this grudge match. Mm-hmm. And I look at the IMDb, which for some people don't know what IMDb is. It tells you about the movie, who the director is, the producers who wrote it, whether the actors are in it. And I seen that it was the director from The Longest Yard, and I was under the impression he didn't like me. So I said, fuck it. I'm gonna not go to this audition because he doesn't like me. Then I sat there. I thought about Twitter, and I thought about stand-up, and I thought about everything I've gone through. I go, you know what? When somebody doesn't like you, it's the story of my life. You got to prove them fucking wrong.
Yeah.
So I got that audition. I broke the scenes down. I went for it. I went in, and I got a call back. And I went in and I read with the director, and I got this fucking role. I never sweated it. I just thought it was like any other role. I'm going to go there and do whatever one day. Then they called back, and they said I'm working 3 days. And they called back, and they said I'm working opposite De Niro to really have my shit together. And I didn't really think about it much. If you guys listen to me and what the church is about, it's like, Lee, you got to put your pants on. Everybody puts their pants on one leg at a time, just like us. Nobody's fucking better than us, whether it's De Niro or whoever the fuck. So a couple of days ago, I really started thinking about it, and I'm going to go read with De Niro. I never started off to be an actor. I know a lot of guys that have come to this town that would die to play 2 scenes opposite De Niro. This is my second movie with him. The first one, I didn't do a scene with him.
Yeah.
But the beauty of this is that the way I've been thinking about it lately, I'm going to go down there and have a good time and fuck him up, Lee. And the main reason is this, plain and fucking simple. This is something for the fucking underdog. Mm-hmm. Me getting this movie is for every fucking little guy that they told no to. And then you have to switch it into your mind that you don't give a fuck no more. Because what do you got to lose? What's the worst they can say to you? It's fucking no. That's the worst they can say to you. So by me getting this movie, it's good for me. and people are seeing me, and it's great, and we'll laugh and giggle. But this is a feather for people that have come here and nobody's given them a fucking shot. Thank God Joe Rogan talked about me and whatever, and people took a liking to me. We wrote blogs and we made videos, and the ball is fucking here. But this De Niro thing is huge. It just goes to show you, bro, it don't fucking matter. Just go for it. It don't fucking matter. I just went for it. I don't give a fuck. You're not going to tell me no, dog. You're never going to tell me no. You're going to need a fucking bazooka to shoot me. If you bring a 44, it's going to be a bad fucking day for you. You know, and if you just keep having that attitude, something good's going to fucking happen, Lee, eventually.
Yeah.
Something good's going to fucking happen.
Do the same thing for applying to jobs, and no matter how many times they say no, every author has that story. They got rejected by every publishing house until one person said yes.
This is one of the best opportunities for me, but it isn't for me only. It's for the movement. It's for a movement that, bro, I'm ugly, I'm fat, I'm a felon, I'm a spick. I got all the fucking things going against me. But you gotta shoot me, dog. You gotta shoot me with a fucking elephant gun. Or if not, it's not gonna work out for you. This is the way, this is where I learned to do this. And if you're not gonna live your life this way, don't do it. Don't do it. Don't waste your fucking time.
Yeah.
You're gonna pick up today, you're going to listen to what the fuck I'm telling you. You're going to decide what the fuck you want to do, and you're going to go for it. Whether you want to play the guitar, whether you're going to play the ukulele, and have somebody shoot arrows at you, whatever the fuck you want to do, just do it. And if you keep doing it, something fucking good's going to happen. Even if you're 50, even if you're a 50-year-old broken down loser like me, it's still fucking De Niro, motherfuckers. For these agents that didn't like me, I was too fat or too ugly, or whatever the fuck it was, it don't matter. They can't take away your fucking will, dog. They fucking can't. So, you know what, man? I'm not going to see you motherfuckers for a week. I'll still be on Twitter. I'll still try. Should I go get an iPhone so I can take pictures for these people and video? Can I put it on the computer? I don't know what I'm doing.
You could do it with your phone or the bloggy if you want.
I got to figure something out to keep you guys contacted with me for a week. So we'll probably do some type of podcast on Monday where I'll call up. I'm off. I won't take away from your sleep time. I know you'll be tired. We'll do something, even if it's just a short podcast to give them. Okay. We'll have myself and maybe another guest call up, and you're going to interview them or some shit.
I don't know. Yeah, we'll have to see if I can take 2 calls at once.
Get it fucking together, Lee. Always, I don't know.
I swear to God.
You're not smoking dope.
I'm not smoking
doing nothing. Look at the fucking shape of you, cocksucker. What are you going to put in the blender? I heard you. I
already juiced it. You want to try it?
Not in a million fucking
Come on.
Not in a million fucking years. I'll tell you, I'll taste that fucking thing when you whack off and taste your little tropical helmet juice.
No,
on camera. Did you taste your sperm yet?
No.
Why not?
Because it's sperm.
You don't drink a gallon like that chick on the couch. You just taste a little bit on your fucking tongue, cocksucker. So as soon as you drink the fucking Green Pride, I will fucking...
Come on, it tastes like apples and grapes.
Listen, take that apple and put it up some apples and Eves and everybody else's ass, all right? Leave me alone. I'm not eating that green shit. It fucking gives me agita. Next thing I'm burping, I'm farting like I fucking have protein. Remember, it's never too late to fulfill your yearly obligation or whatever the fuck you call it to lose weight and get healthy. Onnit.com is always there for you. Got to on it. Take a look at the hemp protein. Take a look at the immune. And basically, if you're a fat fuck like us, take a look at the Strong Bone, please. Even if you just take a look at the Strong Bone, order the smallest thing. Type in Church, CHURCH. Get your little fucking discount. Get your little hat or kazoo in the mail, and you're happy. Everybody's fucking happy. You're happy, I'm happy, and we respect each other. I'm getting, like I said, I stayed at 310 to shoot this movie because I'm supposed to be the fat trainer. Once I get back, I'm going to join Lee, not only on juice, and I'm not going to juice, but I'm going to do something different with Lee. Maybe just do a Dolce thing. And that's it, my friends. I'm going to miss you motherfuckers and the inspiration that you guys give me every morning and the music and my brother Lee, you cocksucker. What are you going to do without me for 5 fucking days?
We'll throw a party.
You miserable fuck. I like that you guys took time out to watch the podcast, and I know it's out of your fucking routine. If you're on the East Coast, you want to be sleeping by now, but fuck you. What you gotta do, like my main man, whatever his fucking name is, who told the school to go fuck himself. Parker. That's it. Parker's like, I gotta go to school tomorrow. Go fuck yourself, school. What are you gonna learn at school that you ain't gonna learn here? You ain't gonna learn about the most important thing you should learn about. Heart. That's what you fucking get from the church of what's happening. Now, Lee, you know I love you. Where am I gonna be this week, Lee? I'm at the La
Nuit Theater, New Orleans. Go to brownpapertickets.com.
Look at Lee.
Just search Joey Diaz. It's up there. March 8th and March 10th. There's I don't think there's even 10 tickets left for both shows combined.
Well, they better figure something out, because...
Yeah, you could buy it on your phone right now. You could print the tickets at home. You could go to the box office. There's no reason not to go.
That's right. This is Louisiana. I'm going to be down there eating. I'm going to go see my buddies at the fucking Firehouse, my man Dan. I got some other people who have been hitting me up. My boy said he bought tickets. He's coming to the Sunday night show. We're going to be smoking outside, a lot in the wet. There's a fucking hamburger stand that my boy told me about that says it is rocking. I forget what the name of the thing is.
You have to get a shrimp po' boy for me.
I'm going to eat a couple shrimp po' boys, all right?
And what are the little donuts that are in New Orleans? What are they called?
Bayonets.
Oh, are they good?
Are they fucking good?
They look amazing.
When was the last time you ate something bad in Louisiana?
I've never been to Louisiana.
What the fuck are you doing? This is what I'm talking about. But you got time to follow these Jews doing techno music while you're not eating ecstasy. This is what you're lucky. I don't take this electronic cigarette and put the ash ball on your eyeball. How's your dad doing? You talk to him?
He's doing great. I talk to him every day. Call the director. Tell him I'm your Jewish lawyer, and I'll come down.
All right, maybe we'll get you down there next week. Can you take a couple of days off?
If they pay for my plane ticket, sure.
Listen, you get a couple of days off. That's all. I'm paying for plane tickets. That's something completely different. You got to do that on your own, cocksucker.
They can do it. They got the
You
budget.
ain't no fucking Martin Scorsese. You come down, you hang out a few days. What music you got for me? What do you got for these beautiful people?
Got some Led Zeppelin.
No, you don't.
Yes, I do.
Let me see. I'm going to see what music you got here. Let's see.
You should do that in the movie. Your character should have a cigarette on his lip.
Listen, who are you now? Who are you? Who the fuck are you? Mel Brooks?
I'm the Flying Jew. Oh, I
Get
would
the
love to be Mel
fuck.
Brooks.
Don't forget, Sacramento, I'm coming up to you March 20th to the 23rd or something up there. Go to the website. What else am I doing? That's it. I got nothing. I got none. I got this movie. I got Sacramento. We got the podcast, and we got you guys. Thank you very much for watching tonight. Don't forget, if you want to support Lee and the fucking Flying Podcast, the whole fucking Jew shit, whatever the hell it is, I'm all stoned to the gills. Go get the long sleeve Church of What's Happening Now t-shirt, and that supports the fucking electric bill and all this fucking shit here, and we'll put something together for Lee, and that's it. I love you guys. Have a great week. And hey, if you're the underdog, tell them to suck your dick. Because that's what it's all about. They either can suck it now or suck it later, cocksucker. Hit it, Lee, cocksucker. Ooh.